Most Christians are not aware of the fact that eternal punishment in hell for the wicked is not taught in Scripture. Why is the doctrine of hell wrong? In the English translations of the Bible, the word hell in the Old Testament translates the Hebrew word Sheol, which was a mythic place under the earth where all the dead, both just and wicked, would descend. In the Old Testament, God is actually the Lord of Sheol because only He can bring people from Sheol. The author of Ecclesiastes states that the dead in Sheol do not know anything. In the New Testament, the Greek word Hades or Hades has the same meaning as the Hebrew word Sheol. In Greek mythology, Hades was the god of the underworld. Both Sheol and Hades had massive gates. Lastly, Jesus compared the end of the wicked to being thrown in the Gehenna, a dump outside Jerusalem where trash was burnt. All these biblical terms denote non-literal, symbolic ideas of the end of life. Even when the Bible uses the metaphor of fire to describe the end of the wicked, fire always denotes final destruction, not eternal torment. When Jesus says that the gates of Hades will not prevail against the church, he meant that even though the world may kill God's people and send them symbolically to Hades, they will not be imprisoned there forever. When Jesus died, he too went symbolically to this mythic place called Hades. But in Revelation 1:18, like God in the Old Testament, the resurrected Jesus appears as the Lord of death and Hades, holding the key to its massive gates. All the dead, just and wicked, will be returned from Hades in order to be judged for their deeds. The dead who are in this mythic place called Hades are not currently going through judgment or torment because they have not yet been judged. At the very end of time, Hades will be thrown into a symbolic lake of fire, so they cannot be the same thing. Christians all over the world were shocked when ISIS burned a Jordanian pilot alive inside a cage in 2016. And yet, they continue to believe that God will do the same to billions of His creatures. The God of hell is actually worse than ISIS because he will keep people alive forever just so he can burn them. Now, the good news, a foundational tenet of Christian thought is that God is love, and a fiery hell burning forever to punish human beings is the symbol of hatred and revenge. I'll tell you today that this God of love will never send anyone to a fiery hell to burn forever. What will be the end of the wicked then? I believe on Judgment Day, the lost will simply vanish in a painless flash of light, because the same God of love will respect their decision to reject Him. He will love them to the end. Like and subscribe for more videos like this.